Welcome to Carol Journey TV. We have some very important guests here that we're going to interview and talk about seniors matters and everything. One of our guests is Miss Vicki Owens, and Miss Vicki Owens is a representative of 1199. She's worked with Councilman Andy King, and our other guest is Kenny Augusto, and he is presently running for the city council position, I believe. Okay. Now we're going to start off with Miss Vicki Owens, and we're going to talk about senior matters. Vicki, one of the things I'm interested in knowing right now is what is the housing situation in the senior matters?
Right now, the housing situation is very bad. You have people now that's not able to, actually pay their rent, and because some of them is unemployed. And we have the seniors, some which wanted to move, and my advice to them, stay put, because apartments now is very hard to find. All depends on what area, but I don't think anybody's really moving right now. Most of the high-rising, expensive apartments that downtown in Manhattan, it's a lot of the people, the constituents move out of New York into other states. I understand a lot of them going south, going different directions because of the jobs, of not having jobs here. You got teachers that don't have jobs. You got, you name it. Uh, Owners of restaurants, they can't keep their restaurant open, so that business is gone. So it's a very difficult time right now. And my thing is that if you are living in a complex, if you're living in apartment house or whatever, even the homeowners, it's hard with them because they have to pay, for their utilities, their gas, their lights or whatever, their mortgage. So it's a very tough time. So everyone just going to have to sit tight until this virus die down and hope that we'll get help from Washington to deal with this.
Right.
This is my thing. But I'm staying put. I'm a senior, and I'm on Social Security fixed income. I retired, but you also have a lot of the people out there have not retired, like with my union, the members, they're on the front line, so it's very difficult, for them because they're working on the front line. I have my grandkids, a nurse. My son is NYU. So they're on the front line there, and they're out there every day and hoping and praying that they don't take this virus back to their family. That's another thing. So, and we definitely appreciate them, and we have um, so many is out there on the front line. They don't necessarily have to be working in the hospital or the nursing home or home care, but you have the ones that out there delivering food. They're on the front line because they're going to people doors, ringing the bell, living, giving them the food.
Right.
So it's a thing that everybody is doing their part. So I think if we go by the bylaws of wearing our masks and doing whatever we got to do, I think we can be able to bring this virus down,
Right.
to a different level.
Okay, now I want to switch over to our other guest, Mr. Kenny Augusto. I want you to briefly introduce yourself talk about who you work for and what you're doing, and give us some little insight about the housing situation with seniors in the community.
Well, thank you, Miss Carolyn, for inviting me on your show. This is your journey, and you've always been on the forefront of what matters in our community. My name is Kenny Agosto. I am the district director for State Senator Jamel Bailey, Northeast Bronx. I've been working for him for 4 years. I worked for his predecessor, Senator Ruth Hassel Thompson, for 9, and I've been in government for 17, almost 18 years. Currently, I'm running for the open seat vacated by the soon-to-be Congressman elect Richie Torres in the 15th. When the mayor calls for a special election, I hope to be one of the candidates running to succeed him.
Okay, I need you to talk a little bit about the housing issue, or what you know about the housing issue in the senior committee for senior citizens.
Well, I could tell you right off the bat, 1 in 4 seniors are housing insecure. They're living with family members, or they're trying to live somewhere. We at the office of Senator Jamel T. Bailey, we always have to help people get on senior lists, and we try to get them on different senior lists. We provide lists of the 5 boroughs. These lists get longer and longer every year. For senior housing, which you have to be 62, I pre-register them at 55, 56, because it takes 4 or 5 years to be on that waiting list. And many times they're taking care of their grandchildren, and some permit it, some people don't permit extended family from living with them. So it creates a whole host of problems. We have been confronting a housing issue in the Bronx for many years. The rent, people are paying twice their income. And when we're talking about seniors, we're talking about people on fixed incomes who are facing increases that they cannot afford. Tracy Towers, which is a Mitchell Lama, has had record increases, and the services are not reflected.
I see. Okay, well, I want to go back now to Miss Vicki Owens. Okay, Vicki?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about the seniors in terms of the pandemic situation.
Talk to me. I can't hear you.
I want to talk to you about the seniors in the pandemic situation. That with healthcare.
I don't know my phone. It seemed like it's. Repeat that, Carol.
Okay, I want to talk to you about the seniors in far as the health situation is concerned.
The seniors. Yes.
Yeah.
Some of the seniors with the health situation. Some of the seniors with the health situation. It's like in and out. Some of the seniors are very much afraid to really go outside unless they really have to. Like they have now that they get their medicine delivered, to their resident, CVS, whatever, Walgreens or whatever pharmacy, bring it to their door. Some of them really is afraid to go outside. And they sit up and they watch the news and they see all the stuff that's going on, and they definitely don't want to go outside. And then you have some seniors that do go outside. They don't have in the district up there, they don't have any of the senior centers open right now because they said that they're thinking about doing it the first of the year. But as far as activities, no, we don't have that. Then you have some seniors that is able to go on to the pantry or go and get the food. They're, able, and then you have the ones that is vulnerable, that cannot. you know, get the, go and stand in line and all this. So that's where I come in. My thing is I call them and make sure that their food is coming every 2 weeks. Here in Tracy Towers, I do the same thing for the seniors that we have in here. We have a few seniors in here that is on the food list because the simple fact is they don't want to go outside. But I think what they need to do is some seniors will not reach out. So they need to find out if you got a neighbor knock on doors because if they know a senior live next door to them to see if that senior's all right, because it's going to come when the winter time comes, then that's really when this thing is going to kick in, because a lot of the seniors don't like going out in the cold and they will be confined into the house. um, that's what's going on with the seniors that I know and the seniors also around here. Tracy Towers got about 1,000 seniors that lives in this complex. And the reason why I know that, I've been here since 1975, and I'm also a member, retiree of 1199. So my thing was reaching out to 1199 seniors, period. And this complex always have had 1199s in here because we have Montefiore, we have North Central, we have the nursing homes and home care. And most of them lives here in the building. And it came to a time that when this virus first came out and it was just every, you had families in here that wasn't seniors and they needed food because they didn't have jobs. And that still, is a problem here, you know? And so Tracy Towers is one of the ones on the list that need to be looked. And we also can't forget we got Scott Towers, which is further down. So the thing is, I'm very happy that we have a young man that which I have worked with in the 12th district, Mr. Mako. He's very good. So he's the district leader for this area now. So I am so happy about that because I know he's going to do what he got to do, the right thing, you know? And that's what's going on now with the seniors and the situates that's in this area
Right.
and also in the 12th district.
Right. Okay. Let me get back to you, Kenny. Tell me what you are doing in terms of the food situation for the seniors in our district.
Well, our office has been distributing food at different spots in Co-op City, in Tracy Towers, and all over the district. We have people that are food insecure as well. We have people that have to live with people that, like, they're living in a room, or they're living in an illegal basement, or they're living in different situations. We're trying to match people to the different programs that are existing. I know that the city has a apartment sharing program so people could afford to pay the rent, and we can connect them to vital services. A lot of our Bronx senior centers like MMCC and also Bronx House and other ones have been working very hard to keep their Meals on Wheels program, providing frozen or non-frozen foods for people. So we've been trying to connect them in the constituency, trying to connect them to their vital services.
Okay. All right then. Now, Miss Vicky, I need to talk to you now about the seniors and transportation.
Miss Vicky?
Yes.
Oh, transportation with the seniors.
Yes.
Okay, it comes down to this. Some of the seniors have excessive ride, okay? And some of them don't. Some of them have the cards for the buses, which is the discount. And those ones that have the excessive ride, they can call, to get to their appointments, and whatnot. And so that is good. But the thing is, all of them don't have excessive ride. And a lot of them now is afraid to get on the bus since the bus has all the people now. In no space there that, this one sit here and that one sit there. Everybody just piles on the bus. So that is very difficult for the seniors right now. It's very difficult for them because first of all, they don't want to be in a crowd, you know. And
Right.
if they go out in the morning, it's crowded. If they go out in the afternoon, it's crowded. And that's because it's not enough bus line. In this area, in both, I would say both districts, in the 11th district and the 12th district. And the number 28 bus, you can forget about it because you will be freezing or either you'll be wet before that bus comes.
Uh-huh.
And I found out why it is so slow because of the route that it has. The route is a very long route. It goes all the way up to Einstein Loop in the 12th district up there and turn around and then come back. And where it ends is on Fordham Road, okay, by the Grand Concourse. That's where that route, and that is a long route. The routes for some of the buses is ridiculous. The 30, the 28, they need to be changed because it's like when you go into Co-op City, it's like some of the buses going around in a circle and then come out of that circle and then back down across Gun Hill Road. And when you coming across Gun Hill Road, you have all this tremendous traffic coming from the hospital, Montefiore, North Central, because you have thousands of people who work in there. And they also drive cars. So therefore, it's just like tiptoeing, trying to get across
Right.
that area. And something really needs to be done about that traffic, on Gun Hill Road at certain times.
Right.
Maybe later on when everybody is like inside, maybe about 11 o'clock or something like that. It's not too bad. But when you come like in the morning, late in the afternoon, no, it's bad.
Right.
So the seniors, the ones who have excessive ride, they are fine. But the ones that has to do public transportation, they are not fine. Not with
Right.
this virus.
Right. Okay. Kenny, I need to ask you the same question that I asked Miss Vicki Owens about transportation for the seniors. Do you have some input on that?
Of course, we have a big crisis because when the pandemic started in March, buses were like the hardest things to get on because you had a third of the bus closed off to protect the bus driver, and then everyone has to be on top of each other. New York City is unique is that we have world-class transportation. Most of our seniors use public transportation, so they come to view it as a right. And the fact that we couldn't use it the way we wanted to use it during the pandemic limited us in going to our doctor's appointments, in seeing our relatives, in finding food sources. So we've been trying to connect people to food sources, as the Senator Bailey was working very hard to connect food to people and everything. But we need to fundamentally protect. The MTA lost a lot of money due to the COVID virus. The hours were reduced. They're no longer 24-hour service. The trains are cleaner. The trains are, but you're never going to know how is it when you go on a bus. You don't know who has it, who doesn't have it. We're urging everyone to wear a mask. I see people, they wear masks, but they wear it in the wrong way, or they'll have their nose exposed, or they'll have it's not tightly secured to the face. So these are issues that we come, but we always fought, especially in Co-op City and in areas where the bus is all that we have until we get those 4 Metro North stations that will be coming in. it's still limiting. So we're trying to fight with fight along with transportation alternatives and other groups, DOT, always trying to make it safer for people to travel.
Okay. Now, Miss Vicky.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I want to talk to you. Do you have any late information about seniors?
Late information about seniors?
Yeah, any new information?
New information
Yeah,
about seniors.
yeah. Coming out of Mr. Andy King's area.
Oh, you mean the district? Well, right now, myself as being employed, I'm still employed until, I guess, until they have the new election. And I'm quite sure that it's going to be a hearing because Councilman Andy King has his attorney. And so it will be that he'll go, so they'll hear his side of it. And in the meantime, they have taken the responsibility of taking on the office and doing whatever they have to do to keep the district running smoothly. Because no matter what happened, the seniors are still there, the Situates are still there, and they have to be taken care of. Okay?
Okay.
So that's how that goes. And so we want to make sure that everything runs smoothly in the district.
Okay.
As possible.
Right. Okay. Kenny.
Yes, ma'am.
Any update information from Albany as to what's happening with seniors?
Well, we're always working on SCREE and DREE. You know that in New York City, if you have a rent increase and you're 62 years and over, but your income is less than $50,000, you're entitled to have your rent frozen. You just need to have the lease with the original price of rent and the new lease. And then our office and Ms. Vicky's office over at the 12th District and Senator Jamel Bailey's office, we will help you get those rents frozen. So we still need to fight for more, try to get the more eligibility, because if two people are together and they make more than 50,000, then they're not eligible. So we need to increase it to make people eligible as well. But it also applies for DREE, which is the disability aspect of SCREE. And that's all through the city of New York. Even though we work in the state, 80% of the constituency concerns are city related, and a good third of that is senior related. So 311 is your friend. When it comes to different complaints, you can always call 311. Their language comparative, you can speak their language on it. You get us the number, we can expedite certain situations. So when there's a noise complaint, there's a food complaint, there's where to get access to food, getting those issues concerned, you call 311. You get your complaint number, and then you give us a call, and then we can follow up. So we definitely need more housing in our community. We definitely need more food sources in our community. Our seniors they've fought the good fight. They've worked all their lives. All we want them is to have a decent quality of life. Housing is a right. Transportation is a right. Food is a right. That you don't need to be in a food desert, that you can walk to your store and get all the nutritional food that you need, that you can get your rent, make sure that your rent is frozen so you don't have to pay more than you have to. And we have a lot of seniors that are in shelters, or they're like I said earlier, in illegal converted rooms that are not healthy for them. They're dusty, or there's something going on. We need to have our population age in place of their apartment, where we can make the apartment wheelchair accessible, the bathroom accessible, that when we get older and we're not able to go over that tub, Ren, that we can make it, that we can modulate it, that the apartment, you don't have to leave your apartment because you are not able to get around in there. You know, making sure that there's bars, making sure that the toilet is the right height, that all these things that we can modulate, these are things that we need to do for our seniors.
I see. Now, Kenny, I want you to talk about a little bit about Jamel Bailey, because I believe that he was running for a uh, position there in Albany. I'd like for you to elaborate on that a little bit.
So, well, he is currently the chairman of codes. Senator Bailey has been able to do all the different changes to our criminal justice code, with being in that committee, where we were able to get discovery laws changed, and we were able to change the bail to cashless bail. You know, all these things were put in place due to his position. He is still online to be reelected in November. Recently, I'm happy to report, he was elected by his peers in the Bronx, and he is now the newly elected Democratic leader of the Bronx Democratic Party. So it was nearly unanimous, and he got the full support of the district leaders, state committee members, vice chairs, etc. We're very excited because, having worked with Jamal closely over these past 4 years, I've seen a transformation in our district. All the things that have been happening in the state as a result, I think that our Democratic Party needs to be reunited in these times, because we are against, lack of a better word, we're against the devil in that on the other side of the aisle, who is in the White House. And right now, we don't know how's it going to happen. We've been registering people to vote. We've been helping secure mail-in ballots and also early voting. And we're asking, if you're a senior and you need to help get to the polls, let us know. Let us know so we can try to get you to the polls. Mail in your ballot early on the 24th. Early voting starts. If you can make it to that early voting site, there are different times. You can call 212-VOTE-NYC, 212-V as in Victor, O-T as in Tom, E-NYC, such as New York. They will give you the information over the phone to tell you where do you vote early. I hope you go out and vote like your life depends on it, because unfortunately it does.
Right. Okay. I want to thank you, Kenny Augusta, and Vicki Owens, for coming on my show and giving us valuable information and everything. And I want to also thank the audience for listening in on my show. Okay.